Hello, welcome here to the Planescape Torment Let's Play. It continues. Episode 8 we are on now. Planescape Torment is our game club game this month at abnormalmapping.com. We're going to be talking about it on the podcast. So I thought I'd record my playthrough. Last time we finally went to Ragpicker Square. Saw what was up with that.
Just look natural. Done. Casual.
And we got ourselves a couple quests. We've got 8 quests, specifically, to deal... Find Nod's sister called Amaris. So let's go find her. Also, I should probably I never equip these, so I should probably equip Ingris's teeth. Let's use them. Let's do piercing damage and equip them there. Yeah, that's right. That is right. Let's save and head into finding Amaris. Between this and the last episode, I did a tad bit of research. Found out that I should have talked to that midwife a bit more, because she can train me to be a mage, and I want to be a mage. Because I have all those spells that I'd like to use, and see what to do with that. That'll be very interesting. Where's the way out? There it is.
Done.
Wait, is she in the market? Hang on. I've just been going through places. Too late now. Oh, we've got a fight. Run away from that. Great. Was it black? Was black hair, right? Okay. Is she hanging around? Yeah, about 9 times out of 10 people hang out near this bar.
Done.
The thing. Hive thug, harlot. She's black hair. Let's just look for someone with black hair.
Done.
They have black hair, but it's not them. There you are. Hello, Amaris. You see a young woman dressed in tight leather bodice and leggings. She smells faintly of cheap perfume, and her face, though pretty, is painted with garish makeup. She smiles coyly as she sees you, seeking some company, love. Are you, by any chance, Amaris? I was called that once, long ago. Who are ye? I was sent to find you by Nod, your brother. He's worried about you and hoped I could tell him how you were. Nod's alive. He's ashamed, a collector living in poverty in Ragpicker Square. He doesn't seem quite right in the head, I mean.
Updated my journal.
Aye, he was a bit touched even as a child when his name was Thodus. I've missed him so. Ashamed though? Ha! My own work's no more proud. Well, at least I've done well for myself. For a hiver, anyway. Okay. I thought it was for a fiver. That was... Anyway. He must visit him soon. Yeah, I'll say I'm a friend of Nod's. Could you give this to him? It looks to be about 100 copper commons. Alright. I'll get it to him.
Updated my journal.
I will. Farewell. Oh my god. Go away. Uh, 4 coppers. An earring. Oh. How is this still full? Right, Nod more needs to have all my junk items to sell. That can go. Can have my rags. You can have the receiving room logbook. Jar of embalming fluid. 2 buttons to hit points, 1 to armor class, weight 1. Effects are temporary. Okay, so I'll use that when I need a boost. And diary, have strong diary. Yes, yes, yes. Let's put the 2 charms up there. Okay. It's the southwest portion of the hive. Let's continue on our way. Take these coppers back to Mr. Nod. He of Ragpicker Square, he of collecting. Come, come. Yep. My favourite parts of RPGs is how much you have to run from place to place. I love it to bits. I am lying, of course, but some RPGs handle it better than others.
Done. Alright.
I didn't mind it in Mass Effect during the Citadel portions. Hated it in Mass Effect 2. It's mostly about how it's presented. Like, it depends on how abstracted the world is, I feel.
Alright.
Like, the more abstracted it is, the more frustrating it is, and you're like, why isn't this just a menu? Because it being abstracted means there's no point to forcing you through the motions, because it is already representative rather than an actual spatial thing, you know. I spoke to his sister Amaris. Nod's so happy he is. How is Nod's sister? Tell him, Amaris. Tell Nod, please. His excitement speaks of a long series of his excitement sets off a long series of hacking costs. When he can finally speak again, he asks, "Is Nod's sister still Whoa. Okay. Yep, she is doing well. I'm worried for you. Nod's so pleased to know their sister's alright. Anything more she said for Nod to hear? So yes, she wanted you to have copper comments. She'll also visit you.
Updated my journal.
Nod's head stops nodding abruptly in his jaw as you hand him the 100 coins. Beneath the dirt brown hood, his eyes gleam with joy. Such wonderful news it is. Good, wonderful news. Okay. Cool. Let's be on our way.
Done.
But yeah, certain RPGs handle the running to fetch quests better than others. Had some questions for you. You a witch? I say naught as to what I am and isn't, but what you be wanting to know, so full bad for that you hound an old woman. Barking and sniffing for a juicy bit of gossip. I want to learn about magic. Could you teach me? I'm no teacher, no schoolmistress will set up to teach you like that in a big fest hall. There's others somewhere that'll spill the dark of it. You'd be wasting your time, so you would. I do not agree. Why do you want to know these things? Because I just want to know. Not a child's grammar book this is, not a governor's set of laws. It is the art child. I'll teach you, but you've got to have a clear head about you. Will you teach me? One should make songs rather than make magic. Songs of more beauty. Magic's been made dull, commonplace, soiled by the mob of the people that have tromped through it. I'll teach you, but first you've got to do some things for me. Alright, let's do some errand questing. My legs aren't good for walking about Sigil, and there's errands that have you run. I need you to fetch me some herbs from the market at Spirewood, easterly and southerly from here. In the Hive Market, here is a sample. She flicks it to you.
Updated my journal.
You twist the black seed in your hand. As you do, you feel a small bite, then a small drop of blood oozes from your thumb. There are tiny barbs on the seed like teeth. Mebeth snorts. Careful with it. Show it to one of the fruit merchants at the market. They will know what herbs you seek. Okay. I'll be on my way. Is that my journal? Find the herbs in the Hive Market. Okay. Yeah, this game handles the running about from place to place better than some. It's not too difficult. You can click on the map and get to where you want to be almost instantly. But at that point, it's like, why aren't we just fast traveling? And the reason is luckily because the game is really good at world building. Every area has its own clear environment and atmosphere. So even though you're running through things quickly, you still get a sense of travel, of passing through different spaces and discrete places in order to get to where you're going. It's not just a distance thing, it's actually in the changing atmosphere of the places you visit. Where is Fruitman? He's Clothman. What are you selling right now? Plates. Nope. Are you Fruitman? Mebeth, the wife of the square, needs some herbs sprung from the seed. Can you help me? The seed's got a bite on it. Do you have the herbs you're talking about? He can't seem to take his eye off the seed. Lad, I don't know if there's anyone who has seen what your friend seeks to be square. I've never seen such a seed before. You would need someone who cultivates seeds such as this, for I have none. Where would I find that person? Don't know the dark of that, friend. You'd be hard pressed to find a gardener in the hive. What about the tree? Tree. At least it did say that Mourns for Trees could help. Let's head to Mr. Mourns for Trees.
All right.
But yeah, so
Done.
games I feel that have a game that's done travelling about town well is of course Persona 3 Portable. A game that is all abstraction, that completely removed the elements of the game that were running about an area and lost almost nothing in the process and gained a lot because it just sped up the time between interactions. It's odd because RPGs are games about atmosphere and games about playing the role of a character and growing, so the idea of having a large world which you can move through, grounding your actions in an environment, is a smart one. It's an obvious one to do. But the reason you do it is to create a sense of place, and there's more ways to do that than just simply walking back between quest givers over and over again. It's a slightly more complicated process than that. I like the Star Trek Online you can hail back all your quests, because of course you can with Star Trek, and that's a cool way of making a gameplay improvement from something within a universe and making everything tie together. Okay, let's do this. He nods, awaiting your question. I need some herbs sprung from the seeds. Can you help me? Odd seed. Are those your teeth along the edge? Are those teeth on the head? Bars, perhaps? Where'd you come up with it? Old Mebeth, the midwife of the square, needs some herbs sprung from that seed. You know where I could get some. No, Mourns for Trees continues to stare at the seed in his hand. This is only seed of its kind I've ever seen. He winces and a spot of blood glistens on its front. The barbs of it are sharp indeed. Perhaps you should hold it. Unless you can make one like that grow, I cannot. Again, I've never seen a seed like that before, my friend. Is there a possible way to make it grow? Oh, great. I just have to believe in it and then it will grow. Okay, what do you mean? Sigil, belief is everything, everything. Focus on the seed, it will grow. To your surprise, there is a crack and the seed splits, twigs splitting from its surface like fingers. Instinctively, you drop the seed, but the talon-like twigs wrap around your wrist and will not let go. What the hells?
Updated my journal.
Mourns for Trees stares at the branches wrapped around your wrist, stunned. I think the barbs and those new branches would be more than enough for what your friends needs. I hope you can get this damn thing off me. Alright. Ain't changing the trees. I wanted Dakon to help you. One finds your request in limbo. Trees in the hive like cities in limbo. They would stand as a testament to the will of the people, not to bow to that which would surround and devour them. To take what has been thrust upon or left behind and make good of it. Oh, I too will care for the trees. Good. Thanks, Dakon. Farewell, more of the trees. Alright, journal. Another bit of art from a Beth. Okay. Let's head back to Mabeth. I haven't played it because, you know, it's a game that has its own share of problems in its universe. You know, it's not exactly a thing that you like. Basically, I'm saying another game that does, I'm told, does space well within an RPG is the South Park game. I haven't played it. I don't really want to play it that soon. I'll play it eventually. I'll pick it up when it's cheap or get it on PlayStation Plus for free because that's a game I'm interested in. But you know, it's a South Park game, so not entirely excited for it in all the ways. But the way in which it creates a sense of space in the town is apparently really, really smart, and I want to try that to see how Obsidian handle that. And I'm surprised that more RPGs don't try to do 2D kind of world building, smaller things. I don't know, because it just takes less time and it's cheaper. I know RPGs are often,
Right.
you know, judged on their size, on their expanse and their epicness, etc., etc. But there's more creative ways to do that. That's why a lot of the most interesting work going on in the RPG space is on handhelds. Could talk about Bravely Default for days. Because that completely does weird things with this world that didn't pay off for everyone, but I liked it. Some right silliness in there. Okay, I return with those herbs you wanted. Now maybe you can get this damn bramble patch off my wrist. If that's so, think it off then.
Updated my
Do so. Nice. I assume that those are all intelligence checks in order to get me good enough to mage shit. The black barb branches unravel themselves from your wrist and form into a tangled ball of brush and twigs. It looks like a nest of dead black snakes. Think it into a picture frame or something with more structure and less angles. Okay. The branched ball creaks, the twigs bending and twisting until the branches have bent themselves into a small picture frame, 2 hand spans on a side. Almost unconsciously, you imagine shape the barbs on the back of the frame so it can be hung on the wall easily, and as an afterthought, you move the remaining barb to the inside of the frame so it can be picked up by the edges. How's that? Okay. Square enough it is. Good work, child, good work. This will do nicely. Alright, is this all you wanted it for? Aye, well, this is enough. But there was one thing I forgot to tell you, because there's always 3 fetch quests. This is the rule. And I'll take you back to Merchant Square at well. Oh, God. Right, okay, I'm doing this. This is a poorly designed quest, let me tell you. At least run to different locations. I'm not going to be sarcastic. I want her to teach me. I want her to... I'll do what she says. I'll oblige.
I'm gone.
Let's head to the next part of the hive. Market Square, he's the guy standing there, right? Yeah. Hey, hey. I'm here to pick up someone's wash. Rag picker. Wait for him to fetch the wash. Comes back with a flutter mass of green rags, thin as paper, yet so stiff they look like they could double as a wooden board. The rags are so caked with a greenish line that they look like it would take years. How many times did you clean these? They're ruined. Washcloth. Much stuff. Huh, okay, so he's just destroyed them, okay. Right, head back to Mabeth and see what final task needs doing. I assume I'll have to clean this for her. I bet that's how that'll go. Come on, let's go the way. Let's talk to old Mabeth. She's lost in a twisting black picture frame you made for her. She is squaring the edges and snapping off some of the barb seeds and the branches. Okay, I brought your wash. I think Giskel was a little heavy on the cleaning ritual, though. At least they won't tear or bend. Nice, okay. What was with that cloth merchant? His hands were scarred. He seemed slow. Well, child, sometimes one burns with the art, and other times the art burns ye. Mayhap there's some for who using the art is like breathing. They strolls about with pointy haps and stinkweed pipes. Then there's the hedge wizards and plain touch gypsies and fortune casters and half seers and midwives who flicker with their art. Them have a harder time with it. And Giskel's one of them. Aye, so to speak. In some ways he's no different now than he was. Addicted to habit and ritual he was. She sets down the stiff rags. They clunk as she places them on the floor. And there's one last thing I need from ye. What do you need? Need some inks for scribing. Need you to fetch me from one of your merchants.
Updated my journal.
See if I can find it. Okay. Journal. Kosajai. In the market square. I'm glad that the game is sarcastic about it, but as we all know, pointing out how your game is bad does not make your game better. Makes it you get enjoyment out of the laugh if it's done with enough self-awareness, but I'd rather just not be running back to the square. There's no reason that these people can't be in different places around the hive. And it's strange because on the one hand they could make these quests more active and you should have to figure out a puzzle to find out what to do to get to them. Or but that would be frustrating in its own way because then you'd have to figure out a puzzle to get to them. At least this way you know what to do. What's her name? Kosajai. Is that Kosajai? Yes. Yeah, and this is easier. It tells you exactly where to go and what to do so you can get to what you need quick enough. It's odd. Never said you sell ink, you said to purchase some. Are you sure the midwife and reference? No. I'll be back. Kosajai with my dam's name and my grandmam's name, so it could be any of us. Okay, well this is more active, I guess. No idea what she means. A midwife in Pick a Square. Don't know. Your midwife friend's not all wrong. I know how you can get ink, but it may not be the ink you're looking for. I'm thinking... the ink I'm thinking of bleeds from the gills of a Brogta fin. It's the... Whew! I figures that... that fish is not for eating. It's got a horrible taste, schooled to the tongue. You can ask Miriam. She pictures her fish sell a street southerly way. I know where she is. We talked to her earlier and nothing happened, so... That's how she factors in. I assume it's down this alley. There you are. There you are. You have Brogta fin. I'm told it bleeds ink from its gills. Aye, that fish is a strange one. Not many have heard of it unless they want to eat it. Difficult to kill, and even in death it still seems to live. Not many want to latch their teeth about something that still riles. The ink. You need someone to carry it in. A tankard. Let's go buy a tankard from the merchants. Okay.
I'm gone.
You, sir. No, I want to see your wares. Tankard, 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 tankard. Nope. Oh, that's how I get my spells. Oh, there's the guy. Let's just take these guys out, I guess.
I'm gone. All right, done.
Come on in, Basher. We have the best blades in town.
I'm gone.
Do you sell tankers? Yep. Have a tanker or gobbler. I'm looking for the cheapest one you have. Okay, this one using someone's skull. It'll do.
Updated my journal.
Head round to her. Buy the ink. Get this done. Okay.
Done.
Well met again, sir. What can I do for you? I brought a tankard. Okay. She nods and plucks a fish from her pole. It twitches as she grabs it and starts lashing about as she begins to twist it like a rag. She wrings it until bluish-black ichor begins to trickle from the fish's gills. When your tankard is almost full, she relaxes her grip and throws the twitching fish into a sack at her side. Thank you and farewell. We're done. Teach me the ways of the magics, please. Maybe that'll make combat more active now that I have spells. Make it less just click on things until it goes away. Or click on a thing once and wait for it to go away.
Alright. I'm gone.
Which is getting pretty good for those specific people. Because they're real easy to take out. Those hive thugs now. They should probably stop bothering me if they knew what was good for them. Okay. Hello. Macbeth is tugging at the massive greenish lime starched the greenish lime starched rags you bought from Giskel. She seems to be purposely fraying the edges as if to peel them apart somehow. When she hears you approach, she turns. "Aye, child. Here's the ink you wanted." Macbeth takes the tankard of ink from you, then sniffs it. "Prime ink, fresh it is, aye. You done well, child, all of us. Now I ask you again, after all you've seen, do you still want to learn the art?" "Yes, after all. The guiding goal of your errands was to test my persistence, was it not?" Okay. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. You knew who I had to see to accomplish each errand, didn't you? Yes. Okay. So at least the annoying nature of those, repetitive nature of the task has some kind of narrative purpose. It ties into stuff, but obviously it doesn't have the same effect because you're just clicking on 3 things. It's not like an actual task of any arduous nature to complete them. You just have to click, 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 click until you have completed them. But it's more than most filler quests can do. This isn't a filler quest, this is an actual quest, I feel. That fucking shit in the alleyway with a filler quest. Tell me about it, Christ. Mourns for trees showed me that my belief to affect the world around me. Giskel taught me that ritual is a wasted effort if the purpose of the ritual is ignored. And Miriam taught me that no matter how much I think I know, there is still much I can learn from another's eyes. See? There we go. Oh child, you will become a master of a sorcerer one day, you will. You have the knowing of it, yet you've come to old Macbeth to help you have. What could a midwife teach some? But I want to learn all. Okay. Unusable item placed in backpack. Fine. Well, first things first. Just having the knack for the art isn't enough. You need some means of giving it a focus, usually spells. Can you read? Yes, I can read. Okay, examine the recipe. The writing on the recipe swims before your eyes, each symbol twisting out of focus whenever you try to read it. Almost instinctively, you relax your eyes, allowing them to take in the page all at once, and the symbols suddenly bleed together. The recipe lists measurements, ingredients. It appears to be some minor divination. I like the fact that the way to learn spells in the lore sense is to let go of trying to learn spells and just accept them. I like the way magic works in this game. And this, well, the lore that they've got here. This is the minor divination, isn't it? It looks like it's a spell that allows the user to see the nature of an item to see whether it's enchanted or not. Who are you to test Beth Old So? Are you some fiend? Or what's
Updated my journal.
Wrong? Not expecting it, was I? She nods the recipe, then plucks it out of your hand. What you see is written in the language of the art. If you're not a mageling yet, it should be all a swirl jumble, a mishmash. She snaps her finger, yet clear as crystal, you pick the sense of it right up. Mayhap you tell old Macbeth why it is. I don't really know, I think I may have known once, but I forgot. Seeing the symbols just jarred my memory. Or else a natural gift you may have, no matter, you've just shaved seasons off your learning, you have. Harumphs. Do love a good harumph. My favourite harumph was when I was in the cinema seeing Sightseers, and the line, "He's not a person, he's a Daily Mail reader," said, and the old couple beside me made a noise that could only be described as a harumph. You know what that means. Maybe it's just as well then. Oh no, if you need any help, do that. Don't worry about that. Well, you can read spell enough, but they're no good without a book. Do you have a book? This will do. Okay, he's just a frame, but so are you, child. That's a nice bit of writing. She picks up one of the starch rags you got from Giskel. With a yank, she pulls the greenish starch searcher's film. It flutters in the air like a wispy bit of cloth. Whatever Giskel uses in the wash, it works better than curtains stretching in stone does on a normal rag. Can't afford parchment, I can't. She takes the starchy film and she's going to write in the ink and the... Oh, that's pretty cool. She's going to write the ink on the hook, on the rag in the canvas. She takes the tankard of inked. She dips the mumbling to herself. Wait, okay, all's done. She stands, drying her ink-stained fingernail on the robe. She tilts her head, regarding the strange framed page in front of her. A page for your spellbook. It is. You should pick it up. Take it. Inside your spellbook are your recipes, your spells, if you will. As long as they sit in the book, though, they're just words. The art demands you pluck the magic out of the book and put them in your attic. Your head a 4 and you can tap your power. Go on. You put it in your attic by studying them, by memorizing them. You usually need to rest first before you do this, though. Any questions? No. No questions. Well, now you should have questions. You know all about how to memorize spells, do you? You're a sharp one. You sure don't need any more Rebeth words or golden not your precious time? I meant no questions. I like Mabeth. Just ridiculous old person teacher. Just great. Great little character here. Here's the dark of how you memorize the spells. Pick the spells you want to stick in your head from your spellbook before you goes to sleep. When you wake in the morning, they'll be buzzing in your head like flies, ready to be let up. Well, I can rest for days, so there's no urgency in the real time of the way the world works, so I can just rest and learn them all. How many spells can I cast? You can only cast 1, may have 2 spells before needing to rest again. Okay, so it's not like a mana meter that you can recharge. So use your spells widely until you get wiser in the art, or at least until level up. Okay. As your power increases, you get room for more spells. I think. Alright, go on. You can only cast spells you memorize, so if you want to use the art to say mend something twice, you need to memorize the spell how many times? Once. Oh, twice. You need to memorize. So I charge when I rest how many spells I have. Okay. I thought that was a trick question. I messed up. Keep your eyes and ears out for learning. Even common folks might have some minor magics to teach. There's also scrolls, recipes, books, and even some stranger items that have spells inscribed on them. If you find one, just examine it close and copy it into your book if you want it. Got it. I can also show you more spells if you return, especially when you're a little more of the planes in you. Okay, I'd appreciate it, thanks. Before you go, child, you need some magics for you to whet your appetite. You should copy these into the book so you can go into your attic as soon as possible.
I couldn't carry anymore, so I had to drop it.
Thanks. I need some of that. There's more. Mabeth fishes a tiny bundle of black cloth from her apron and unrolls it, producing a pair of amber earrings. These are protect you in your travels, child. I no longer wear them myself, so go ahead and take them.
Couldn't carry anymore, so I had to drop it.
Thanks. All right. Now, come on, Mabeth. You're not old. Thanks for everything. You can thank me by not playing the adult code with what you'll learn. The art's damned many a fool who sought to bend it in ways the art weren't meant to bend. Get along with you.
I feel stronger.
Alright, inventory. Give everything to Mort. Or to him. Oh, I've got so much stuff that already needs to be sold. Oh, I assume I can't use axes anymore. I might go buy a weapon, actually. I like my axes. This guy's a mage fighter, a fighter mage. I'd like to be that. Jagged knife. Is there any other weapon that's stronger? Dagger. One to 3, speed 2. 1 to 6, speed 2. Weight 1. Proficiency edged. Okay. Is there anything I can give to what's his face? Yep. Now I can pick all this up.
I'm gone. All right.
Amber earrings, blood bridge. Cool. On my way. Let's quick save. Let's copy spell. These are spells that got to get learned. I assume, is that all I have? Yeah. And I assume I charge them by clicking spellbook. Yep. What's that? This is in my memory, and those are in the ones I can cast, and I can only cast 2 for now. Okay, so eventually I will have that many spells to chart. I get how this works. And the next time I rest, I'll use those to identify some things in my thing. Can I rest here? Of course, thank you. Let's identify a couple of things that I own then. Gaudy Ring, identify, spell. Special +1 to armor class. Let's wear the ring. I have 3 in armor now. Anything else that needs to be... Well, I guess I can copy all of these. Those can be sold somewhere, right? Amber earrings +2 to armor class, usable only by mages. Yep. Cool. Just been a bombing charm lesser. Let's put that up there. Should be a bank. Okay. Save, save. Let us continue. Okay, so what other quest do we have? I guess it's to Farod now. I think that'll do it for today. Just a short episode. I assume that was short. I don't know how long that was. I assume it was about half an hour. But that's the mage quests done. And wait, can I? What about? Hang on. Wasn't there a thing with this? Can Decon use this? Can we do this first? Decon use folks use. Right. No, when can I do that? I'm a mage now. I was told that I can use that when I'm a mage. I don't know. I'll put it in as quick items.
I cannot part with that.
I
cannot part with that.
Anything else needs to be identified? Not here. About for Mort. Yeah, just the bracelet, I think. Armor class 6, weight 2. What does that do? +2 to armor class, weight 0, so it doesn't do anything. What about him? Can he wear it? Yeah. Cool. Yep, that'll do it. Thank you for watching for today's episode. I've been Jackson Tyler of abnormalmapping.com. Join us next time as we try to use that thing of Dakons and finally go and meet Mr. Farod through that portal. Let's be on our way. Good day, everyone.